Hey all, I'm back. It's exciting. Woo! And of course, I come back to you with requests for information, feedback, and answers to some questions I have. Hooray, hooray, hooray. So I am actually on my way out the door to go sit in a coffee shop for a few hours, in which I will edit a collab with Chandler Wilson, and I will work on the internet version of the free internet version of the ABCs of LGBT. And maybe you're asking yourself, work on the free internet version of the ABCs of LGBT. Why do you have to do that? Just release it for free. This is a very good question. Let me explain it to you. Let me explain to you quickly when the ABCs of LGBT is coming out for free. The answer is June, which is right around the corner, so I have to work really fast and really hard. And why I have to do some work on it, why I can't just release it as is. So the answer is pretty simple. I'm sure that many of you can understand that it was difficult to find a company who was willing to publish the book and also release it for free. It's just hard to convince them to do that because they are in the business of selling books. So asking any publishing company to release a book for free was a hard sell. It was very difficult to convince them to do the thing. But it was important to me to go through a publishing company because it ultimately made the book so much more accessible. We're working on making an audio version of the book right now, which is going to be a lot more high quality and a lot better because I'm using the tools of my publishing company. Also, I was able to put it on like international markets and Amazon and things like that, so that's why I really wanted to go through a publishing company and not publish independently. But also, I believe that education should be for free, and like I said, I wanted to release the book for free. So, I found a wonderful publishing company. They are fantastic, and we negotiated a bit, and we landed on a compromise that would work for both of us. So they weren't bleeding a ton of money, you know, giving away free product, and I also was doing something that I thought was important and right. So what we agreed on was the book would be available only for sale for 6 months after its release, and that 6 months is almost up. And then most of the book, not all of the book, but a majority of the book would then be released for free in addition to a few thousand original words. So I have to, and original words would be like words just for the internet version, which is kind of cool because it's really just more content for y'all. So if you bought the ABCs of LGBT plus downloaded the free version, you would have probably like, I don't know, 60,000 words of LGBT content. But like I said, the things that are being cut from the internet version are really fluffy things, like the intro and the conclusion, but a lot of the identity analysis and exploration, almost all of that is kept in. And almost all the testimonials and stories are kept in. Unfortunately, I did have to cut a few, but I think it's okay. I mean, most of the book is available for free, in addition to some new words, and I'm making it super internet-y, which is cool. I think that's fun. And that's another reason that I kind of like this deal that we settled on, because the purchasable ABCs of LGBT is very formal, and kind of academic and professional. The tone is very thoughtful and just formal. But this internet version is going to be more casual and full of humor, and maybe it might get kind of memey and inside jokey, and it might use some like internet language, like lol and things like that. And also, I don't really have to worry about copyright as much because I'm not selling anything, you know? I'm just releasing it. So yeah. I mean, I have to worry about copyright a little, but like not that much. Because I had to, to have people's photos in the book and people's art in the book, I had to have them sign release forms and, like, jump through all these legal hoops, and it was just a headache. But with the free internet version, I don't. So, anyway, I'm headed to a coffee shop to work on the free internet version, and I thought it would be fun if it started off with kind of like a fanfic of me sitting down to write the free internet version, but I want it to be super satirical, super ridiculous, and super over the top. I want it to poke fun at like, I don't want to. Okay, basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to be so like the trope of all the LGBT YouTube fanfic you've read out there. So it'll be like Ash sat down and ran their gender nondescript hand through their genderqueer hair. But I wanted to kind of poke fun kindly at identity politics a little bit, because this book is full of different words, and while the book celebrates these words and loves these words, I wanted to like be able to poke fun at the fact that there are so many words in a kind, loving way. And also I want it to sound just ridiculous, kind of like what straight people might think LGBT people talk like when we don't at all. Like, we don't like sit down on our gay chair and use our gay brain to think gay thoughts. We just sit down on our chair and think things, you know, things like that. So basically and I want it to be like also maybe like over the toply gay. Like Ash put on their flannel shirt, rainbow suspenders, and Roy G. Biv snapback. They looked in the mirror. There was a lot going on, but hey, you have to be a walking rainbow. You have to dress like a walking rainbow if you're queer, isn't that right? Something, you know, ridiculous like that. These are horrible examples. I'm explaining this very badly. But basically, if you want to put, if you have some thoughts or cute little phrases, like, I like the, like, ran their gay hand through their genderqueer hair, or they, I think gender nonspecific or gender nondescript is kind of funny to use just as an adjective that is unnecessary to describe any kind of thing. So if you can think of any kind of satirical or goofy phrases that I could use, or if you want to like write a little paragraph of what you think would be a cute like LGBT fanfic of me sitting down to write the internet version, feel free, do it. Feel free to put Grace in it if you want, that's totally fine. Just something goofy and funny. Also, I'm thinking about starting every, not every, but maybe many of my YouTube videos with music from LGBT artists. So if you are an LGBT artist, or if you know any LGBT artists who would love to be featured in a video, I think that would be fun. So I think ideally what I would like to do would probably, my plan isn't to verbally shout out the LGBT musicians every time, but to, like, on screen have their name and band information, and then obviously the links to all of their music below. I think it'd be a cool way to feature and support queer musicians. So yeah. If you want to help me write some fan fiction, again, about me, maybe waking up, eating breakfast, and then sitting down to write the free internet version of the ABCs of LGBT, perhaps I'm getting distracted by queer thoughts, or I can't focus my, you know, rainbow-centric brain on the task at hand. But I know that for all the baby queers in the world, like, you know, just like ridiculous language that's just like cringy, I think is like, I'm going for cringy. Yeah. So if you want to help me write some fan fiction, put your little paragraphs, put your little gay phrases in the comments below. And if you know or are any, if you know any or are a queer musician, feel free to link me below, because I would love to feature some LGBT music. My hair is so weird today. Ugh. Okay, bye.